I was the only tourist that was kicked out from the station. All the other people were homeless, and I thought that they knew a warmer place where to stay in the next 3-4 hours. Therefore, I decided to follow them. Welcome to Stockholm, Sweden. One of the most beautiful cities in Europe, but also one of the coldest. It's summer and I'm wearing a jacket. But also one of the most expensive capitals in Europe. Therefore I brought sandwiches from Italy. I'm gonna eat them and then we are gonna start this vlog. My plan in 2015, 2017, I cannot even remember, probably 5 years ago, was to sleep inside the central station. Sliding doors, and now you will see million benches. And this is just one of the entrances. Now we are going to the main part of the station, and on the left side you will see even more benches. Can you imagine? Sleeping here would have been amazing, but I found out too late that it wasn't allowed. More benches and even a chessboard, one of my biggest addictions. Other benches. I do not know why I was thinking that in the perfect Swedish capital they would have left the train station open and other useful places to let sleep people like me or homeless. But it was winter, it was freezing cold, there was snow everywhere, and around midnight or 1 a.m. they closed the station. That weekend I was sleeping at the house of an aunt of one of my best friends. I know this sounds a bit complicated, but it's not. The only thing is that I didn't want to bother her in the last night. I didn't want to wake her up so early in the morning, like 3-4 a.m. because I needed to go to the airport. So I thought I could sleep in that station or I could sleep in the bus station. Also the bus station has many benches and of course they can play chess. The thing is, you can take very cheap and low-cost flights to and from Stockholm. Stockholm ain't cheap at all. The only problem is that these flights they land more than 100 kilometers away from the city, so you need to take a bus for 1 hour and 20 minutes. I was the only tourist that was kicked out from the station. All the other people were homeless, and I thought that they knew a warmer place where to stay in the next 3-4 hours. Therefore, I decided to follow them. I cannot remember every road, but I think that we passed from this one. Yeah, for sure guys, we passed by this one. There is a 7-Eleven over there, and walking these 200 meters, it seemed a lot at the time because of the snow and because of the cold. I also remember this casino. This 7-Eleven was so important because the 7-Eleven is one of the few places that it's open 24 hours. Let's check it inside. This place, it's incredibly small, and we stayed there for like 30-40 minutes. We were way too many people, and at some point the police came because the worker of the place, I think he was kind of scared, like poor people, a bit dirty, staying there like zombies and buying nothing. It was one of the weirdest situations ever. So we left that 7-Eleven and probably we went in this direction. Oh, gosh, I'm feeling cold just remembering about it, even if I'm getting warmer by walking. By the way, this street looks incredibly nice by summer and daylight. Totally the opposite of what we experimented. And I think I found the other place where we went for some warmness. Probably is this one, Max. When we entered Max, we were way too many people because the March of the Homeless was expanding. Let me check. Yeah, that's exactly the place. So guys, I do remember sitting here. This place, I think it's open like 24 hours. And I do remember one homeless reading a book. I do not know if it is the worst recording ever inside this place, but that's what happens when I get shy in front of the camera, in front of people, and in private places. Now that I am out, I can describe to you that situation a bit better. We were sitting there, I think we were about 20-25 people. Everyone was like looking in the air, ordering nothing, exactly no food. And I was sitting in a corner in one of the tables so that you can kind of stand up and sit at the same time. What else I remember? I remember that there was one homeless with a very large book, but he didn't have the right glasses, so he had this huge lens to read them. The situation was super funny, but at the same time I was admiring him a lot because I love reading and I love writing. Really guys, this place during the daylight and summer it's super beautiful. I didn't expect this. Now I need to find the other place where we refuged from that winter. Okay, I found another 7-Eleven, but I do remember that it wasn't this one. Or they moved, or they have too many 7-Elevens in Stockholm. The 7-Eleven, I remember it was more in the up front of the station, and it was kinda big, and also from there the police kicked us out. I want just to mention that the police is always super nice. When they kick you out, they understand that you're in trouble. They are just saying, guys, let's move on, come on. It's like they are more worried about the psychology of the vendor, of the seller, than anything else, because I'm sure I will feel all the drama possible being there, working in a shop with 20 people inside, not speaking and not buying anything. I'm really trying to find the last place where we ran into, but I cannot really find it. What a nice sentence in English. Walking to find these 7-Elevens is getting warm, finally, and here there is another 7-Eleven in front of us. I cannot remember if it was this one. Let's go and check it for a moment. Well guys, it should probably be this one. Of course I'm not 100% sure. The only thing I remember that after being kicked out, it was only half an hour until the bus arrived. So I had to survive the coldness for only 30 minutes. And it was the coldest moment of my life. But a few years later, I still love this city. I'm still here. And this city looks much more beautiful in summer. It's incredible. The thing that worries me a bit is that I've done this thing only once and it was very hard to survive, but these homeless, they do it every night. It's kinda sad. I mean, it's sad without kinda, and I do not know what is the solution to help them, but this situation sucks, and I just wanted to make you aware of it. A sad story for once, but we can smile all together from the next video. Therefore, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, keep reading and believe in your dreams. Ciao! Subscribe to not miss the next videos. They will be nice. I hope so.